Yo, what's up, everybody? Me and the microphone again. Okay. Hi. Man, I've just read
new record.
39.
New record. 35 for me, 39 for this guy right here.
39 books this week. Holy crap. Okay, so top 10. Top 10 weekly picks. I am Sean.
This is Drew.
Yes, he is. And let's just put this thing on the way. Hopefully you can still hear us okay. Okay, so you're going to win stuff for this video. 3 prizes.
The Trace.
1 in 50 Spawn.
Is that a Brett Booth cover?
Yes.
Whoa.
The Fantastic pencils going for like $80.
We'll talk about him a little later.
You'll see why in probably our second video we do. 1 in 25 Wonder Woman Black, White, and Gold. And the MFKZ Garbage Pail Kids 1 in 10. This is going for $25 also. So 3 different prizes. How do you win the prizes? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now. You got to sub to the channel. You got to like the video. And then don't forget to comment your like number, guys. Comment your like number. You automatically enter when we do the giveaways. These are the 3 prizes for them. We're going to mark it. So we don't forget. Here's what we do. We count down. These are our mess. Like, they're okay.
They're okay, but they weren't as good as our top 10.
They just weren't in our top 10. We're super strict with our top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10 best books. That's the next video. That'll be posted after this one. It's in the channel. You can find it. We'll have the guy link a card up there if we get there too. Our YouTube dude helping us out. And it'll probably be at the end also. So that's next. These are they just couldn't make it in the top 10, and our skip-its are like, don't even bother. Don't even bother this week. See it on the shelf. Just pass on it because it's poop. Okay? All right, so let's get started. There's a lot to get through.
Let's do it.
We're not going to spend a lot of time dwelling on these. We're just going to try to crank them out, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so if we have these are in no particular order. If we have the same skip-it, we'll pull it back out so we can talk about the books at the same time. So first skip-it, what do you got?
Or we do it. Okay, Mez or skip-its first.
Oh, Mez.
Okay.
My Mez are pretty big too, bro.
I kept my Mez to 10. My skip-its were
I have a large pile of Mez as well. All right, go for it.
All right, I've got Superman 32.
I believe that's in here. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Superman, Superboy save the day.
Yeah, it's the end of a story arc.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's a good ending.
Yeah.
If you like it, pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Solid cover by In-Hyuk Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this whole series so far. It's been really good. It's a fresh story, new location. Superman and his kid on an adventure. It's pretty kick-ass.
It's leading to bigger things with Jonathan in the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just didn't make the top 10.
Yeah.
A solid maybe 16 for me today.
Yeah.
There's so many good books. Okay. So there we go. First man. So what's your second man?
Second man I got is Wonder Woman Black and Gold, number 1.
Yep. Well, we picked the same covers too.
This is the best cover, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think this is the Yannick Paquette cover.
Go ahead. Why you man it?
The first 2 stories sucked for me, but the art in the second story was terrible in this. It was absolute dog shit. I think the artist forgot that Wonder Woman is supposed to be beautiful, not Coyote ugly.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it picks up tremendously in the third story called I'm Ageless.
Yep.
The art is fantastic by Ryan Suck.
Yeah, I thought it was Adam Hughes. I had to
Mm-hmm.
double take it and double check.
Yeah. And that's arguably the best story, and they buried it in the middle.
Yeah.
The last story, it should have ended before Batman came in that story.
Yeah.
But meh, it's all right.
It's okay. I mean, all these different, the Black, White, and Golds or whatever, they're anthologies.
Some are better than others.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
So if you want to pick it up, go for it. You don't really have to. There's some really good covers for it. I think this is the best one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a kick-ass variant for it by Carla Cohen. I should have had it up here. Shame on me for not. But Comics League Comics, check it out. Okay, so yeah, I agree. Next man.
I've got Vengeance of Vampirella 19.
So I didn't even have that.
Okay.
I'm gonna surprise people and put this in here. You don't even read this, so I'll put Something's Killing the Children.
Okay. Yeah, never heard. What is this series? Something Killing the Children?
Yeah,
never heard
Something is Killing the Children. So I'll start. It's good. I mean, it's good. It's really good. It just didn't make the top 10. This is probably number 11. Guys, get Something's Killing the Children. I'm not saying skip on this one. Buy it. You're getting the origin of our main girl. I just forgot her name. Shame on me. Read a lot of stuff today. You're getting her origin story, and she's getting set up for the trials. We're learning more about the society she's a part of. I think this is more interesting than the first story arc, actually. I do. I think this is way more interesting. It's so good. Just too much good stuff, guys. Too much good stuff. Yeah. For real, go for it.
But normally this cover would be in my top 10, but I had a lot of great stuff in my top 10. Great Perio cover. He does it again. This wraps up a storyline. Vampirella versus Mistress NYX. Who will win? Will humanity be spared? Will we get a cat fight? Will one of them wind up naked?
That'd be cool.
Maybe. I'm not going to say what. I'm not going to say which one. Maybe more than one happens. Gotta check it out. It's not bad.
Okay. Now I want to look at the inside. So what's your next May?
I got X-Men Legends 4.
Yep. Got that in there also.
It got bumped out, but it's a solid, good read. I mean, Walt's art is fantastic in it. Luis's dialogue is fun. It's just one of those filler issues.
I like that we get the interior monologue of Cameron Hodge,
yes,
who's in the robot that Apocalypse sent. We hear about Ship. If you remember the X Factor from the 90s, Ship is a big sentient being. He starts going haywire. We find out it's a celestial machine. Like, it's a really good story. Just got bumped out.
Yeah, and honestly, if you enjoy this, pick up the next issue. It carries up. It leads up to.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Amazing Steve Spiderman 69.
Okay. Nope. I'm gonna pick this because you probably didn't even read it.
No, I didn't know.
Okay. Go ahead.
So this one was better. Yeah, I know that gnat's flying over the place.
You better keep that up.
It's not bad. The art is solid. The fight scenes are all right, but the main story is just pointless at this point. The side story with Peter's sister and the chameleon is much more interesting. And I hope the next issue tells us the truth, that she really isn't his sister and that she's like a psycho. I'm really hoping for that twist. But and of course, the backup story is building up to something hopefully awesome with the Sinister War, because they're building this up like hell.
Yes, it's like, get to it already.
Yes, please.
Tank Girl, this is Scotty Young cover. It's pretty cool. Like, if you like Tank Girl, you'll probably enjoy this. She's never in a tank. But it's a fun story. It's a hodgepodge of different stuff. It's almost got a magazine feel to it. It's pretty cool. It's just not my top 10. It's really not my thing either. I mean, I know who Tank Girl is. I don't have any individual issues of her stuff, but this is pretty cool. It's a good cover. Really glossy, high quality printing. If you're a fan, you'll enjoy it. You got some extra cash, pick it up. Next.
Let's see here. I got MFKZ number 1.
Okay. I'm going to pick Guardians of the Galaxy.
Actually, you know what? That is... Oh, no, that's one I'm going to skip. Never mind.
So the Brett Booth cover is amazing.
Yes, it is.
That character on the cover, she's not in there.
No.
Nope. So it's like, like there's kind of a pointless fight scene in there. The ending, it's kind of like, oh, okay. So Ego is surrounded in black goo. No one knows what's happening. You find out what happens in the end, and it's kind of like oh, all right. Don't know what's going to happen with that, but okay. So it's kind of I mean, it was okay. It wasn't terrible. I mean, I don't know. If you got some extra cash, pick it up. If not, you can skip it. You're not going to miss anything. It's a meh for me. Close to a skip it, though. Close skip it. Go for it.
NFKZ, number 1. So apparently this is a Netflix series.
I don't know. Yes, I've heard.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. It is. I tried reading this twice.
Okay.
I tried reading. Yeah, I tried. I did. I got through it the second time. It is too long. It is way too long.
There's a lot of story.
Yes, there's a lot. This felt like reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Oh, I remember
a lot
that.
of points. Yeah, and things were just kind of happening for no rhyme or reason in this. And the dialogue at times was like James Tinian in length, just going on and on and on at great lengths when you didn't want it to.
Yeah, it's 3 comics. It's pretty much 3 comics in one.
Yeah. The art is good. For an indie comic, the art is solid. Yeah, art is absolutely solid. This needed an editor, in my opinion. This really needed an editor. To really cut down the dialogue. And honestly, it could have been in my top 10, but it just felt like there's too much here.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
I'll say more thoughts more on that for later.
Okay.
But you're making valid points I agree with.
Okay.
Okay. What's your next one?
Way of X number 3.
Okay, that's probably a skipper for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put Shadecraft. Okay, Shadecraft. So the ending of the 3rd one kind of lost me. I was hoping issue 4 would pick up. Yeah, this is issue 4. I was hoping issue 4 would pick up, and it did. It did. It didn't disappoint me. There's 2 more big twists in there, which are really freaking cool. And I'm back on board with it. I really like Shadecraft. I'm enjoying it. It just wasn't good enough to make the top 10. The top 10 is so good this week. There's a ton of good stuff this week. Tons of good stuff this week. It just didn't make it, guys.
Tons.
It didn't make it. So I think you should buy it. I think you should read it. I love Shadecraft. It's super good. It just couldn't make my top 10. Way of X.
Way of X number 3. I got the Nightcrawler drunk cover because drunk Nightcrawler. It just felt wrong to me. It just didn't feel right. And then he gets decked by Stacy X for calling her whorehouse a whorehouse. It's a whorehouse.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, let's call it. It's what it is. You're letting people bang for it just in hopes to. It's an interesting idea what she's proposing. I don't want to tease it. It's an interesting idea, but it's just like it doesn't really kind of make sense when everyone just can kind of be brought back to life. It's just what is the point of this? It's an interesting idea, but
I'm gonna totally bite my tongue because I want to go off on this.
Yeah, I do.
I'll save my thoughts for later too.
Drunk Nightcrawler, it just felt wrong. It just feels absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I did not like that book.
And I've never cared for Stacey X, honestly. It just.
What else you got?
Wonder Woman 774.
Yep. I'll start with this one.
Okay.
I've loved this ever since it's been coming out. I've loved it the whole time. We figure out why the story goes on, and I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it. It's still really solid. There's still murder mystery stuff happening here. To me, the story's gotten better as it's gone on. It would be in my top 10. It just didn't make my top 10. Again, they've taken her. We find out how she went to Valhalla instead of the Greek place where they die. Just forgot where it is.
Yeah.
So she basically wound up in the Viking afterlife instead of the Greek afterlife, and we find out why. And she's back in the Greek afterlife now, trying to figure out why everybody's dead. And we find out the squirrel is not just an annoying little squirrel; it's a little more significance, and it's really good. I liked it. Just didn't make my top 10.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. Just there was a lot going on about Janice and the duality of Janice, and then the Wonder Woman, the God Scraper. Forgot. Yeah, it's just the first. It's the key. The God Scraper.
That weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it before. It's a pretty interesting concept. I don't think it's gonna be like a Mjolnir or anything where it's super key weapon, but it's unique. It's new. It's different.
Yeah. Oh, and then you get a Steven Universe art story in the back, which I didn't really.
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
I didn't even read it.
No.
But yeah, it was a man.
Yeah.
It's okay. What else you got?
My last man.
Your last one.
Nuclear Family 5.
Oh, okay. I'll save my thoughts on that one also. I'll pick. This is tough. Some of my mez are just tough. So Detective, I loved it. It just didn't make my top 10. The art is fantastic in it. Fantastic. The story is solid. It continues on the story. I loved it. It just got bumped out of my top 10. Go ahead.
Wraps up the whole story. This is the last issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid wrap up, and it leaves you on a question mark. It's like, wait a minute, is this guy still here? I don't know, but it's kind of more or less how the Philip K. Dick story ended.
Mm-hmm.
The original story is based off of, kind of, but it's a solid conclusion. It's not bad. Meh.
I'll talk about it in a little bit.
Okay.
I have more mez. Darth Vader.
Master Vader?
Master or Bounty Hunters. Or the Bounty Hunters. Yeah. I liked it. Just didn't make my top 10. It probably would have been a top 10 on a lesser week, but it's a solid week, so it did not make the top 10. It's in the mess because I just didn't have enough room in the top 10. I enjoyed the read. Something happens to Vader here that really bugs the crap out of me. It never, ever should have happened. It makes him look like a giant wuss. It irritated me, but I could overlook it once you kind of see what happened. So, okay. Next. Action Comics. I loved it. It's really good. The stories are so good. DC is so solid. I could have had a top 10 of DC easy. 10 DC books, no problem, because they're all super good. Guys, you're going to be spending some money on comics this week because it's a big week. It's a lot of great stuff. Loved it. Great story. Superman uses powers in a pretty cool way to kill a monster. Really liked it. Next one. Justice League. Story wraps up. Really liked it. Just didn't make my top 10 again. I thought it could wrap up a little better. It was kind of like a weak sauce wrap up. There's some weak sauce wrap ups this week.
I got thoughts to say about that later.
Yeah, this was kind of a weak sauce wrap up. So anyway, it's kind of it made the mess. This isn't like you really should get it. It's kind of like if you're enjoying the story and you want to see how it ended, go for it. I've been raving about the story ever since it's been coming out. So it's just kind of a weak sauce ending to me. 2 more, guys. 2 more. I feel like this is getting a little old. Like, okay, got it. They're still in the multiverse, running around. We get different versions of them. I'm kind of like, all right, now they're in the Wild West. See, Drew doesn't agree with me. I just kind of feel like, okay, now we're just starting to see who this guy is. Maybe we're getting hints of him. Like, come on, man. Like, let's go. I get it. They're jumping through time.
Well, not time, just different.
Well, different
realities.
Yeah, reality. I'm waiting for the dinosaur reality. Like, what's next? Anyway, I'm getting
Kazar World. That could be the next issue. Who knows?
It's getting a little old.
Not Kazar, Commanding.
And then Robin. God, this was so tough. This would have been number 11 easily. I love this issue. Yeah, I love the issue. It would have been number 11.
I really want to know what's in your top 10 this week.
I know. Well, I have some top 10s that are just in there because of key value. Like that's the difference. Is I had to bump a lot of stuff out of there that I wish probably not really this one, but that I wish could have stayed in there. I love these DC books mostly because there's some top 10 keys that just I had to put in there for their collectability down the road. So you'll see this Robin's got to pick it up. This is easily a number 11 for me. It's so good. Huge twist at the end. I think there's another first appearance in here of a cameo before, and now it's a full first probably. Who knows with all these characters popping up in the series. It's super good. You just got to get it. Okay. Okay, so that's the mess.
We're done, right?
Nope. Now we got skip-its.
Oh, God.
All right, skip-its. Let's get through these skip-its. You ready?
Right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
We're 18 minutes in, guys. We're going to keep trying to push through this. I don't want to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff this week. I don't want to leave anything behind.
It's like a childbirth. We're going to push through this.
You drive the train. What do you got for skip-its?
First one, Checkmate.
Didn't even read it. I'm going to pick this. I can go quick with Old Guard. Old Guard Tales Through Time. I never read the Old Guard. I've been picking up these Tales Through Time. If you like the series and you're into the characters, you probably would like it. If not, don't pick it up. Like, let me see what this is all about. Just don't. You'll be lost. Don't know who these people are. If you're reading it and you like the characters, pick it up. If not, you never read it before, don't pick it up. That's why it's in my skip-its. Go for it.
2 years later, the comic no one wanted and no one asked for.
I didn't even bother reading it.
The cover is meh. People talking nonstop at great lengths, despite you and everyone else wanting them to stop.
Bendis.
Yep, there you go. All this comic is people. It's all it is. People talking in cutesy-wootsy Whedon-esque dialogue. Skip it.
Okay. Next, skip it. What do you got?
Infinite Frontier 1 of 6.
Oh, shut your dirty mouth.
Oh, I will not on this one.
You dirty whore. Okay. Go ahead.
I love Josh.
Why did you not like this great comic?
I know Josh Williamson is trying to be cute and funny here in the very beginning with the Black Superman's parents and Flashpoint Batman, but it's not funny at all. I did not find it humorous.
I didn't think it was supposed to be. I didn't get the funny part of it.
It came across as it was supposed to be funny.
Okay.
I'm tired of the multiverse at this point. It's annoying. If everything matters, nothing matters. That's all I got to say. That's this omniverse thing. If everything matters, nothing matters.
Okay.
I really just didn't care about any of these characters. I didn't. I really love the Golden Age Green Lantern. I love Roy Harper, but what they're doing with Roy Harper, I don't want to spoil what they're doing with him. I don't like any of it at all. Period. This is just a comic book of bad decisions.
Well, I don't like that they made him gay all of a sudden. I hate when you take an existing character and all of a sudden he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I wasn't even thinking of that. It's just like, what is he doing in this? I don't know.
He's not doing a whole lot.
Nothing.
Okay, so I totally disagree with you. I'll talk about that later. I actually have notes on how terrible this is. Silk is so bad. The dialogue is terrible. It's the characters are boring. Silk is in 5 panels in costume. And this is more about Saya and a cat god. This is horrible. It's so bad. Can we get if people want to read about Silk, can we have some character development of Silk? Instead they're developing these new characters, this cat god who says stuff that's way out of character for a cat goddess that comes back to like effing terrible. Terrible. I hated every second of this comic. Awful. Shame on Marvel for publishing this crap. Okay. Next, what do you got?
Let's see here. What do I got next? Justice League 63.
Oh, okay. I already had that one in there.
Yeah, I got to get into character for this.
I'll pick your character. I'll start. This ending was terrible. Terrible. Horrible ending. Horrible ending. So disappointing. So disappointing. I hated every second of this ending. And I loved this story. Every issue of this, I've loved it. I've been pushing it. I've been telling you guys to read it. It's so good. It has been so good until the ending. The ending sucks. It sucks. It's such a non-ending. Boring. Hated it.
It's more or less how the short story by Philip K. Dick ended.
Well,
left you questioning, did this happen?
That guy's a dick for letting it end that way. Horrible. If it's a bad ending, Zack Snyder changed the ending to The Watchmen. As much as I hated it, because I'm a purist of The Watchmen, but Alan Moore even admits the worst part of his book is the ending. And
well, he admitted he lifted it from an Outer Limits episode.
He did, yeah. And arguably Zack Snyder made it better.
Yeah,
she could have made it better. She didn't. Hate this. Hate it. Go ahead.
So Justice League 63. First off, this cover is an absolute lie. This does not happen at all.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. It's a straight up lie.
Yeah, they're accused of nothing.
Nothing. And so Naomi is reassured multiple times that she is the bestest ever and will be the bestest ever. And since she's the bestest ever, she can be on the Justice League.
Yeah.
And Black Adam says he wants to be better. The end.
I want to prove to you that I can be better. They're all going to be better. Okay. Next, skip it.
Guardians of the Galaxy 15.
Okay. I'll pick Way of X because you already talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so three laws in mutant world, right? First one is make more mutants, harm no human, respect this sacred land, right? Kill no human, and then respect the sacred land. First law. This is all about making more mutants. So it's about mutants banging.
Yeah.
Apparently, mutants have just been banging all over the place. But they're lacking connection, I guess. And Onslaught's hovering in the background.
That was out of left field. It's just like, wait.
Well, so Onslaught, so something's wrong on the island and people are feeling weird. And the thing behind it is Onslaught. Onslaught is one of the best villains to come out of the X-Men in so long. Amazing series for years, rotated on Onslaught, and he's taking a backseat and being made to be a bad guy that's basically running around putting poopy thoughts in people's heads. Like that's what Onslaught is now, and it's super annoying. And apparently mutants have no morals because they're just having babies and leaving them on the doorstep of this place too for other people to take them, and nobody wants these babies. I'm just like, this was terrible.
You know, part of me is thinking I'm playing 4D chess on this. Part of me is thinking maybe it's some kind of meta commentary on today's society, on
if it is
20, 30-year-olds today.
If it is, screw them. Yeah, if it is, screw them.
Yeah.
I want a comic book.
Yes.
And this is just not. This is a story that didn't need to be told. I mean, really, we don't need. I didn't like it. I don't say agree with it, but the way they're painting out.
There's nothing heroic about this at all.
Krakoa is supposed to be. I mean, granted, they're making a big society, and you could get into the big, in-depth arguments about what a big society whose first law is to. Oh, I had another big problem with this too. So they actually get into the fact that one of the girls, Stacey X, I guess, was handing out like birth control, contraception at this big party they had, right? The mutant gala. And she's like, yeah. And Kurt's like, well, you shouldn't be doing that. Why should you be handing out contraception if law number one is make more mutants, right? Well, if he's going to complain about that, then if that's the first law, then gayness should be outlawed too, because that's not making more mutants, right? So, but they don't talk about that at all. But contraception for some reason is bad. So, if you really want to go down that rabbit hole of law number one, make more mutants, which they want to do clearly in this. Who wrote this?
Spurrier.
Spurrier, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess, like you said, bigger commentary on stuff, but
it could be. It's a theory. I don't know.
If you want to read that, go for it. If not, leave it on the shelf.
Yeah, definitely a dip down in the quality from the previous two issues.
Yeah. And Onslaught is making people think poopy thoughts.
Yeah.
God, so annoying. Okay, go for it.
15 pages of Magneto and Nova pontificating to each other. It's annoying as hell.
Super annoying.
Yes.
Super annoying.
Yeah.
And Magneto could just crush him.
Yeah. I'm reading this. I'm like,
he just terraformed Mars.
Yes. I'm reading this. I'm like, is this really going on for this long? I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next.
Gamma Flight #1.
Oh man, I wish I could put that in here. I'll talk about this piece. I love shitting all over this book. This is aside from the Sabine Rich cover, which is beautiful. Sabine, you are lovely and talented. This is a fantastic cover. Great job, Sabine. That's the only good thing about this. This is probably one of the worst comics being published today, period. It is a giant pile of poop. The art is sloppy. It's lazy. The writing is boring. It's two emo girls being in love with each other. If you want to read that crap, go for it. Okay, go ahead.
Gamma Flight #1. This was a very boring comic. Family squabbles, transgender discussions, a woman proposing to a man for marriage on her knee. It all felt wrong and the exact opposite of what a comic book should be.
And Crusher Creel. Yes. That didn't sit right with me.
No, it did not at all. Not
Crusher
at all.
Creel, the absorbing man. He is man amongst men.
Yes.
He is an alpha male if there ever was an alpha male. And he would have gotten pissed and mad at her proposing to him and giving him a ring and putting it on. He would have been mad. They would have fought over that.
Yeah.
But nope.
So this is a comic I've dubbed the "We Should Do Something" comic.
And
where it's we should do something.
Yeah.
Should we do something? We should do something. I agree. Let's do something.
And God forbid somebody who isn't transgender tries to relate to somebody who is transgender, because how dare you say you know how this feels?
Shame on you. Shun.
Even when you try to show support, you're not allowed to show support, I guess, because so the doctor in here is transgender, right? Yeah. And one of them makes a comment about, hey, I just don't feel right in my body. You kind of know what that feels like, right? There's nothing wrong. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So anyway, okay. This is in my, I am ashamed to say where this is in my, I'll tell you where it is when we get there. Go ahead. I did not like Gamma Flight.
Okay. Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 13.
What a,
I was pissed reading this.
Okay, you can start your anger first, because I hated this.
Wolverine is barely in this at all.
Yes. Problem number one.
Yes. Deadpool is obnoxious and unfunny. And
Problem number two.
Burning boat at the end. The end. This sucked.
Nothing happens.
Nothing.
It's all about this old storyline about these other plant people and how they came to relate to Krakoa and they were manipulated. Who cares? Who cares? Wolverine isn't even in it, hardly at all. It's more about Beast.
Yeah, actually, yes, it is.
This might as well be an X-Force comic. Deadpool is written terribly. He's annoying. He's out of place. He's this is probably one of the worst Wolverine issues ever published. That's not an exaggeration. I've read every single Wolverine issue ever published. I have.
I've read quite a few.
I've read every Wolverine comic ever published, and this is the worst one in my opinion. The worst. It's not even about Wolverine. Nothing's happening with Wolverine.
No.
He could be such. There's so much opportunity for character development in this new X-Men world with Wolverine, and they're letting it all pass by.
It's like they don't want to talk about Wolverine. They don't want to publish Wolverine
because is he too much of a badass? I haven't seen him smoke a cigar.
No, Joe Quesada nixed that. You can't smoke anymore in Marvel Universe.
I haven't seen him try to get wasted on a bunch of whiskey and stuff or whatever. Anyway,
Marvel heroes don't smoke or drink apparently.
Yes,
but they bang. But they bang, yeah,
and leave their babies at brothels. What else you got?
Not an exaggeration. Vinyl number one.
Okay, so Harold, you talked about this one already. I'll start. Spider-Man. Okay. Boring. I don't care about anything happening in this book. I was super bored the whole time. I'm rolling my eyes thinking, can Sinister War please start? Pick it up at your LCS, flip to the last 3 pages, and then put it back on the shelf. That's all that happens. Boring. Okay, go ahead.
Vinyl number one. I can't put into words what I read from this comic at all.
Okay.
It time jumps multiple times, and none of the characterizations or motivations are understandable at all in this.
Okay.
And this is a comic of just random occurrences. It just I really had to go through it 3 times. I'm like, none of this makes any damn sense. And if it does make sense to you, you probably have a screw or 2 loose.
Then I got some screws loose because I liked it and I'll save my thoughts on it for later.
Okay.
Don't agree with you on that one.
All right.
Okay. Next, skip it. What else you got?
I saved the absolute biggest pile of dog shit on the planet for last.
Is it Harley Quinn?
Absolutely not.
Is it Reptile?
Nope. This is the second issue of it, and because I was pissed reading the first one.
Go ahead.
Fantastic Four, Life Story number 2.
I have that also.
All right.
Go ahead.
First off, fuck Mark Russell.
Oh.
And I think the artist forgot that the characters are supposed to age as time progresses.
Yes.
And this is 10 years after.
That's what happened in Spider-Man.
Exactly. This is supposed to be in the same universe, and it does not happen.
He was like in a wheelchair by the 2000s.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
pretty much.
That's one of the tropes of this series.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated the other rewriting. They've been rewriting this since the first issue. How Reed and the Reed and Doom relationship in this, they completely rewrote that. Again, and completely rewrote Sue Richards and Hank Pym. Especially Hank Pym. I did not like how
he's a buffoon. He's a clown.
They're all the scientists are buffoons in this.
Yeah. So
I was on a live stream a few months ago, and we took bets live where the story would go by issue 2. And I was 100% right about what happens at the end of this. 100% right. I just won $100. So
okay. Well, cool for you. That's awesome.
Mark Russell, you are a predictable hack. This comic sucks.
I barely care about Fantastic Four anymore. Something needs to happen with them. It doesn't happen in this issue. I was bored the whole time. That's bored. Just save your money. Then something needs to happen. The spirit behind this, Spider-Man was so good through the life story. Spider-Man was amazing.
Well, what was great about
Go pick it up.
What was great about that? They did not rewrite the history. They went through the timeline of what actually happened.
There was some minor modifications.
But they didn't completely rewrite
They didn't completely rewrite it.
Yes.
I'm okay with them reimagining it. That wasn't my biggest problem. I understand you had a big problem with it. But they're taking away from the core of the character.
Exactly.
Dr. Doom's not No minor spoiler alert. He's not scarred in this.
He's not scarred, and they didn't know each other in college. They meet later on in life.
Yeah. So where's the rivalry come from?
And Reed and Ben, they weren't in college together. It was Ben and Johnny who were friends. Like what?
I had to go back and look at the last like 4 pages and be like, how did we get to this last page with all these events happening? Mm-hmm. Like I missed that. There's a big disconnect there. Yes. Like how do we go from where we were to the very end, where they're basically in shambles?
What was great about the Spider-Man thing as well was that each issue, granted it was a decade, but it dealt like with a monumental moment in
that defined that decade.
But this is more or less continuing the same story from the issue 1. It's like, Mark Russell, you forgot that.
Yeah.
Didn't get the memo, I think.
Okay, I have a lot more.
Okay.
Don't bother if you're not reading the book and you don't know what this is. You're going to be super bored out of your mind. This is V.E. Schwab's Extraordinary. I'm not reading the book. I don't know anything about it. I was super bored. I could care less. Save your money. If you like the book and you want to read it, then get it. You'll probably be a fan. I'm not a fan. I haven't read the book, so I don't care. If you do, buy what you like, collect what you want. Go for it.
Is she related to Charles Schwab? No.
Okay. I read this. I read it. It took me a long time. Mm-hmm. This is a very heavy book. Mm-hmm. This dude's not in it. The
Captain America rides rails? Yeah.
Yeah. Now look, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care. No judgment. I don't give a shit. Do what you want. Buy what you like, collect what you want, sleep with who you want, bang who you want. I don't care. No judgment. Don't care at all. So I just every story is a throwaway story. Most of the art is throwaway art. It's all about
female empowerment,
girl power, gay power. That's fine. If you want to read that, then read it. That's fine. You know, more power to you. I'm not interested in that. This is a very expensive book. It's a heavy book.
It's what, $10?
It's $10. Man, save your $10. Just, again, if you want to read about it, go for it. Mm-hmm. If not, I thought this was going to be the issue that had the gay dude inspired to be Captain America, because Captain America inspired him to be that. Remember, it's caused a little mini controversy. Captain America's going to be gay. No, he's not. Again, don't change the core of the character, right? But he's not in it. I thought this was going to be. I was actually curious to read that story.
He's going to be in that. Kyle and I did the FOC video. He's going to be in that Captain America Legacy issue.
Oh, okay, Legacy, got it. Yeah. Well, he's on this cover, so I guess his first appearance of a first cover appearance of the gay dude that is inspired by Cap. And I'm actually curious to read that story. I love seeing normal people being inspired by heroes. That's why we have our hero worship that we do, right? So anyway, I just was super bored by this entire book. It was a struggle to get through. It was just one boring story after the next boring story. So skip it.
Get some gas in your car.
I got more. Reptile. Do I even need to say it? If you want to read a book to your 12-year-old son, go for it. If you're a grown-ass man, Captain Marvel, nothing happens. They go in the water.
The end.
Teen Titans Academy, boring. Nothing happens. They go on a quest to try to find out who Red X is. They don't. This is the second biggest pile of garbage being published by DC Comics today. The only good thing about this comic is Derek Chu's cover. Derek, you're the bomb. Mm-hmm. Thank you for making such beautiful covers. The rest of this, the art, inside art is just terrible. There's no character development. Harley Quinn is super boring and lame and annoying. And again, they're wasting one of their best characters with this terrible series. And last one is Turtles. I usually don't read Turtles. I tried to give it a read. I thought it was super boring again.
It's been boring for 19 straight issues.
Where's the cool Turtles?
It's been gone for 18 issues.
There's no more cool Turtles.
No, it's all about Jenica the homeless shelter, starting her band. That's all it's about.
It's just so
That's all it's
boring.
about.
There's no ninjas fighting. There's
Nothing.
no Shredder trying to take over the city. There's no the last fight they had with Bebop and Rocksteady and who came back for this big epic return. Their fight was a battle of bands.
Yes, that's all it's been about. Battle of bands, a homeless shelter. Yeah.
Can we get our cool turtles back?
Nope.
And that's it. Man, those were painful to get through those skip-its. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video. We've kept you for 40 minutes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We read a lot, guys. We read it so you don't have to.
However, we're giving you 3 giveaways. MFKZ 1 in 10, the Black Wonder Woman, black, white, gold, 1 in 25 ratio, and the Spawn. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about that in the next video.
Quite possibly, yes.
Spawn 1 in 50. So I'm Sean. I'm the owner of Comics Elite. He's Drew.
I'm subordinate.
He's and we're gonna start our next video now. Until next time, don't forget, buy what you like, collect what you want. Don't listen to the haters. And Drew's gonna end the broadcast. Thank you very much. Love you very much. See you next time.
And we're gonna end it right now.